Hi everyone, welcome back to Coachy TV. This video I'm going to kind of combine two of our workouts that we had this week. One of them was 2 days before our county championship meets, and that is our Fly 30 alactic workout. And the other one was 2 days after our county championship meet, which was a VO2 max interval workout. So just had a little bit of footage from each. Didn't really have enough for a full video, but I thought it was worth putting them all together because not only the results great, but the kids reacted really well in and around a meet, so it can kind of show that you don't have to like totally undo your training a few days before an important meet. You can still get quality work in if you kind of know how to sequence things around it. So 2 days before the county meet, we did this Fly 30 workout. Alactic work is the fastest possible pace somebody can go. So basically they're going to have a 10-meter fly-in zone. They should be full speed by the cone. And then for 30 meters, they go as fast as they can. They decelerate, and they get 3 to 4 minutes in between to reset that system. This is not an acid-producing day. It's a strength, coordination, muscle elasticity day, and you can do that 2 days before a meet. You could do it 1 day before the meet if you wanted to, because there's no acid being produced, so there's really no it's only a 24-hour recovery. There's nothing really lingering. I wouldn't really do it the day before for distance kids, but you could theoretically, based on the science, do it. And they're going to do about 8 to 10 of those. The last one's going to be timed, and I'll show you the results in between. And then 2 days before, or 2 days after the county championship meet, we came back and did a VO2 max interval. So alactic is fastest anaerobic pace, so fastest pace a human can go. And then VO2 max, meaning the fastest aerobic pace or maximum oxygen use. And that was 2 days after the county championship meet. And coming into it, some of our newer runners were like, how are we going to be able to do that 2 days after a meet? And actually, we had a long run in between. We had counties on a Thursday, we had our long run on a Friday afternoon, and we came back Saturday morning and did intervals. And just because of the way that the rest is 48 hours in between, you can do something like this if your athletes are properly trained at this point of the season in pre-comp, the pre-competitive part of the season. With the hardest workouts, if you've done the right things and they've done the right things all through the season, they can handle it at this point, and you'll see that this group was able to handle it just with flying colors. As you'll see their actual workout results. And I would definitely recommend taking a look at our county championship performance. I'll link the video in the description down below because we had some really impressive things happen. The young man here in the backside broke our school record in the 5K, 2 days before. This is the morning that we did the intervals workout, where he went 15:34, broke our school record by 11 seconds, and came back the next day or 2 days later and did this interval workout and just absolutely destroyed it like it was nothing. The young lady who is decided to grab my GoPro here and do her own little impromptu session ran in the 19s for the first time a few days before. She's a middle distance runner, and she was still able to go meet, long run, and then she absolutely crushed her intervals. Also, she went 19:39 and got 4th in our county with a huge PR. Her previous PR was 20:03. So you can see those things can happen, again, if you've kind of properly trained your kids throughout the whole season, that they'll be able to do things like that in this part of the season because they are so fit and everything. So let's go ahead and get right to the flies. I'll show you the results, and then I'll show you more of the results from VO2 max, or just some kind of like silly video at the back end with this to kind of show how great they were in terms of feeling after this, even though they had a really hard week with that meet. Fly 30s a couple days before, a pre-race workout, the meet, the long run, and then this intervals. And even with that, they feel the need to still be, silly and do things like I said, grab my GoPro and do their own little thing, really kind of showing that they're not worn down, they're not overly tired, they can do these things because they're in such great shape physically, but also confidence-wise that they can do these things like it's nothing, because for them at this point it really is. So that'll be the order here as we get right to it.
Sit. Oh, whoa!
Way too much rest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did, because I started like...
They were taking a lot
You were
of
like...
time. They were taking a lot of time.
Knee drive, knee drive, knee drive, knee drive, knee drive. 428. There we go. Smooth to the finish. Smooth, 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 smooth.
3.78.
378. This right?
I don't think we have...
378.
My last was a 4.
Yeah, there we go, Olivia. There we go. That's like a quarter-second PR. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Smooth, 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 smooth.
3.97.
There we go. Three, 3-1.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! NPR!
I was gonna say when you came through, I was saying that looked really fast.
Let's go!
3-6-2. Quick. 3-3-2. Thomas, that's your PR, right? Right? 3-3-2, okay.
Let's go, Ethan! 3.19.
3-1-9. 3-1-9.
Is that a PR? I don't know.
Yes, yes it is.
Get that one down!
3-2-5.
That's barely over.
Dig deep!
3-4-7. Quick, 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 quick. 3-3-4. Come on, Amira, get it.
Let's go! Get it!
3.28.
3-2-8.
Drive,
Drive, drive, drive, drive, drive, drive, drive, drive. You stop before the line, bud.
What is it?
What?
What is it? 4-1-2. I went down.
Yeah. Knee drive, knee drive, knee drive, knee drive, knee drive.
4-3-1.
4-3-1. Attack!
3-2-2.
3-2-2.
3-1-9.
3-1-9.
Oh my God. 4.07.
4.07.
Yeah. 4-2-0.
4-2-0.
All right, so to recap the Fly 30 part of this video, we had 11 kids set new career PRs, which is 50% of the kids that ran the timed rep, which is impressive considering we did this on October 13th. The first time we did it was June 17th. Most of these kids have been with us now for at the very least 2 months, even the ones that joined us a little bit late. So they've done this, 4, 5, 6 times, and they're still PRing, so they're still getting fitness gains from this workout, even as the volume is one of the highest points of the season. One thing I failed to mention at the beginning of this, we also did what's called a Special Endurance 2 workout the day before this, which is 60 seconds barefoot on grass as fast as you can with a lot of rest, so it's really intense. I'll put that video in the description down below, but this was the day immediately after it, and we still had 11 of the 22 kids set new career PRs, which is, again, just really speaks to the fact that you can do something really hard like that, come back with something like this that you're measuring, and the metrics are still improving even the day after something like that. We had 2 kids jump into the teens for the first time here in Ethan and Dane. David matched his PR, and even kids here like Ethan S., who went 3-1-9, he regressed a little bit, but that could simply be timing error more than anything. So really good for them. We had even somebody here, Thomas, who is a 4-year senior for us, is still setting a PR, even though he's been doing it for so long. It took him the whole season to get there, but he was able to do it. Alan's a kid who just transferred in from another state a couple weeks ago, and so this is only the second time he did it. So he had really good gains on this. So really like that I'm seeing that. I'm also liking that I'm seeing most of the PRs here in the second half of the season. Again, most people are not, and this is where it cuts off for where people who ran. Where most of them, all but 3, are getting their PRs from the last 3 times we did this. So again, they're kind of seeing that improvement on a week in, week out basis, even after doing this for a long period of time. So again, they're at the fittest point of the year. They're doing the hardest workouts of the year, but they're still seeing metric improvements like this. So here are the results from the VO2 max interval workout. VO2 max is your 2-mile pace. And so we had a couple different groups here. We had some doing 5 times 1200, which is 6,000 meters. We had some that were doing 6 times 1,000, again 6,000 meters. And we had a couple that were doing, actually it was 6 times 800, which is 3 miles worth, which is, oh man, let me do some quick math here. That is going to be 4,800 meters worth of this. And those are our sort of our lesser trained and newer runners that were doing that. So, you know, this is kind of close to 5K pace. 5K pace is 97%. And as I mentioned, this was done 2 days after that race, the county championship meet, where we had really great work from a lot of our people, including our young man here, Jared, breaking the school record. So again, you know, I put the video in the description down below about the Special Endurance 2, really hard 60-second workout. The Fly 30s that you just saw. We had a 45-minute pre-race run in there too. The video from counties I have in the description. Then we had a long run of 80 to 85 minutes, 12 hours before this. And again, how can you make this happen? Well, they can at this point of the season. Again, they are that kind of fit. So Jared, his VO2 max is something like I think it's like 438 right now. So he came out and he's doing these with equal work to time on. I try to come to the workout with the ability, if there's bad conditions like it's heat or something like that, to have 1,000 pace. So he didn't run these paces. None of the people in here had to drop down, and neither did these ones. But these are 1,200 meter paces that he was hitting. So slow end of his range. I mean, he was a little bit on the slow end of his range for some of them until the last little bit here where he kind of got into it. We did an 800 on the last one. He was 440, right at 100%, which is 6 seconds faster mile pace than the last time. And that's, you know, 36 hours after he broke the school record going 15:34, and 12 hours after he went 11 miles at 6:52 pace, I think it was, for his long run the day before. So they can do that at this point of the season. They couldn't do this in, you know, the middle of July, but they can do that now on October. This was, I think, October 17th is when we did this interval workout. We had our 2 kids here, Thomas and Alan. You know, they come out, and again, they pretty much hit right. They were supposed to be right at 100% of their current 2-mile pace, which is really where you want to be. If your current fitness level is accurately being measured, that is 5:12 for Alan and 5:13 for Thomas. Basically the same thing. They're pretty close in terms of where they're supposed to be. David had a little bit of a hard day with it, but Amir came out here and he PR'd in our county championship meet. His PR was not 19:10, and he came out and ran 18:16 and just rolled right through it and just did a fantastic job and really sort of jumped up our roster here. And these times are from their most of them from if they PR'd in that county championship meet and reset their VO2 max. You can do a conversion and all that. So this is his time that he set from his new time from that meet. Same thing with Alan, same thing with Jared. School record time that he was able to do this. Amir comes in and he hits them all, and he gets faster as the workout goes on. 5:26 pace. I remember that he is actually supposed to be targeting 5:29, so he's probably around down 100%. He's really probably close to 101%. Just kind of looking at all these, kind of picking out Matt B., our freshman here, who broke into the 18s for the first time at the county championship meet 36 hours before, came through and handled the new intensity. He did what he absolutely should. He kind of targeted the slow end on the first one, maybe was a tiny bit out here, but then came back on the fast end, came back on the fast end, came back on the fast end. Probably just kind of lost a little bit of focus maybe on that one. 5:42 mile pace. Last time he was 5:50, right at 100%. That is spot on for this young man. Getting here to our number one girl who got 4th in the county meet, 19:39. Again, this is her time as a 19:39 kid that she just set 36 hours before, and she was still able to handle it after that race, a day after that long run. Here's the target for that. I want to say her VO2 max is 5:55 at this point, so 4:27, 4:30 would be at 6-minute pace, so you can tell she's working out in the high fives, 4:23, 4:23. I let him go a little bit crazy on the last one if they were feeling good, and she was having a really solid day. That's 5:51 mile pace. Last time she was 6:05, really showing that great improvement here in just this end of the season. 101%, again, spot on for her. Let me look at, here is two people here that were doing our first two doing thousands. Ethan S. PR'd, went 20, I believe 13 or 14 in the county championship meet, really close to 19s. Again, handled the new times, was kind of in the middle of his range, and then went fast out of the range here. 6:03, last time he was 6:04, right at 100%. Again, a spot on day from Ethan. Alex, our number 2 girl here, she was doing thousands, so this is the column that you should be looking, this is the column you should be looking at for these kids' paces. For 1200, excuse me, they were doing 1200s, 350, 350, so she was a little bit fast, okay? A little bit more fast, a little bit more fast, a little bit fast, a lot bit fast. So again, this really shows that her fitness has probably improved. 6:04, she's at 102%. Now, this is our first person who's going over 100%. Manny's was coming off of a little bit of an injury, the first one who's been racing the whole time here. And what this probably means is, again, her VO2 max maybe is a little bit off. She's poised to have another big drop, basically, is what this also shows. All of these people are, because they're just handling it so well, but especially this young lady here. Let's take a look at, I'll kind of come down here a little bit. This is our group of more lesser trained girls. Ryan's run a little bit. Olivia, first year doing cross country. Juliana's run a little bit before this year in cross country. Lulu had never run any distance before. And Riley, our freshman, these are all new kids. And that's what you're going to see from these kids that are still new, even though they're resetting their numbers almost every week. And Olivia, Juliana, Lulu, Ryan all PR'd. On this one. Riley wasn't, but she was the one that was most out of her zone. These are the ones that are going to continue to see improvement. And again, this really shows that these kids are still poised for more of a drop. So even though we're at the end of the season, the workouts are the hardest, even these new runners are able to handle this. Yes, they're doing 800s, it's a little bit easier than some of these longer reps, but you can't fake, I'll tell this, I tell this to the kids too, you can't fake a VO2 max workout, right? So let's just say, maybe Olivia Hamill here coming through 321. I mean, that's so far out of the range. But if she was not able to handle it, she would fall off pretty quickly. Well, she got faster. She got faster. She's still handling it. She got faster. Faster rep. This tells me she can handle 110%, which means her VO2 max is really off. She can handle more than this, even though the training has been so hard. It's been a long training year. That's what you're going to see from some of these more newer kids, especially even at the end of the season. If you've done a lot of the things, if they've done a lot of the things right early on with their long runs and everything, they're going to be able to do things like this. So that's really impressive there. Last person I'll talk about here is Lexi. This was a workout that she had really sort of struggled with throughout the season, just a little bit. We couldn't really figure out why with her, but I mean, she really did this is the first time that she just absolutely crushed it. And again, the workouts are so hard this year. She hit, every single one in zone, on the slow end, but that's fine. Okay, kind of on the fast end, right in the middle, and wow, just wow on this one. Just kind of blowing the workout away. 640, right at 100%. That's the first time I've seen her at 100% this whole season. And you can see the last time, like I said, it was kind of a struggle. I think that was a little bit out of her range. So again, it shows 2 days after the race, a day after, or 12 hours after that kind of workout. They can do this at this point of the season. So, I hope at this part of the season, when things are at this point, you can't lay off the intensity. I think a lot of times coaches want to have that kind of peak performance, and volume will start to come down around this part of the season. We're about a month away from our state meets. Volume will come down a little bit, but the intensity still has to be high. You still have to do some of these things to challenge them, otherwise they're going to regress. And this really shows that what you can do, even in a short period of time here with a really important meet, our county championship, last regular season meet. You can still do those fast 60-second special endurance 2, video in the description down below. The fly 30s you saw at the beginning of this video. 45-minute run the day before the county championship meet, video in the description down below, where we had a lot of great time set. I think it was something like we had 5 of our 10 girls who ran PR, and I think it was 6 of our 8 boys. So that is 11 of 18 PRing, which is what, 61% of our people PRing even a couple days after that. A long run of 80 to 85 minutes the day after, and then something like this, about 6,000 meters of 2-mile pace intervals. 36 hours afterwards. They can do this at this point of the season because they are so fit and everything. So the last thing I will leave you with is some outtakes from our workout video, again, to just kind of illustrate how good they're feeling. They can do these kind of hard things, that they can even be silly like this at the end of practice.
Hey Coach Stevie, today you will be learning how to do quick fly 30s. We will teach you the best form and how to get quick on your feet. For example, a lady like Dana and Olivia, very quick, very quick. Look at their form, pristine, very pristine form. The shoes, very clean, very clean. And the calves on both of them ladies are popping. In fact, they're bigger than mine.
No. Is that complimentary? It's all.
What's up, boys? So, I'm gonna be Jared this season.
Oh,
I plan to go 15:50 in the 3 mile, and no, not 3 mile, 5K. Yeah, those are my plans for the season. And for the 1 mile, I'm gonna break 5 easily, you know, just like that. Track about to be fire. So
speeding up. I'm trying
make
to get
sure
away from you.
to like and subscribe, so you can become quick and fast, like Coachy TV. Woo! One of his cadets right here, Miss Alice Rye.
Hello.
Kind of wavy with the Oakleys. I really want to steal them from her. We're about to start our next rep. You can watch it in full on coachy.tv.com. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn your post notifications on. Ugh, I hate this.
Hello. After post practice. Manny, say hi.
Hey, Coach TV viewers.
Yeah. Hey, Coachy TV.
Not like why I'm not signed yet, but just like why I'm
How was your workout? Pretty good. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Apparently, I was in the 5s the whole time, so that's pretty cool. Were you talking to Coachy TV?
Coachy TV.
Say hi to your fans.
My fans?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Matthew Blowers fans?
Only fans.
Thank you guys for showing all the love and support on the Manny
That's all.
campaign.
Good night.